I'm coming live now from the Motivators Table podcast, live right now on LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm signed the Los Angeles Tribune. Thank you for signing me. Thank you for picking me up. Thank you for believing in me. This is going to be going on Apple and Spotify, but right now it's on live. And I just wanted to, bring Miss Destinee Brown to the Motivators Table this morning on Saturday because she got a lot of things going on this year. She got a lot of positive things with the kids. And I want you guys to understand we all about motivating each other, but where do the motivators come to get motivated, right? We come here. We come to the motivators table. So before I do, let's introduce Destinee Brown. Miss Destinee Brown. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello world, how you guys doing? Mm-hmm.
My name is Destinee Brown. I
Yes.
help children's book authors turn their books into multiple streams of income.
Okay.
So I am a creator of a children's book series myself, which is called Robin Butterflies,
Okay. Show
which
us.
is about a little girl who learns to believe and trust in herself. After the death of her mother, she gained a guardian angel. And then with that series as well, we create toys that we'll be able to give to kids during give backs and different things like that. And right now, currently, our biggest project that we're doing is collaborating with other children's book authors to be able to put on a give back to the community. And we're doing it in a unique and special way.
I love that. I love the fact that you're doing it in a unique, special way. I love the fact that you love what you're doing for these kids. Where are you from? Tell us where you originated from.
I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay.
All the way from Florida.
Okay. Boom, all the way from Florida. And how did you get into, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you was talking about your mother and situations like that, but how did you get in just for the love for the kids and what you got going on?
Well, for I'm a dreamer, so I dream a lot. And with my dreams, a lot of stories I tell. So one day, my dad, he's like my challenger in a sense. He always challenges me and pushes me to do different and unique things. And he was like, "You should put your stories in a book." And I was like, I never thought about that before, because usually you be so all over the place. And when you finally get down to the niche of what you're going to do in life, because in my 20s, I didn't make the best decisions. So later in life, sometimes I call myself a late bloomer. That's when I was able to find myself. So he challenged me to write a children's book series. And what I did, I used the art of writing the children's book series to heal the hurt that I was going through, as well as heal my childhood trauma that I experienced by tapping into my gifts. Once I started doing that, I fell in love with it, and then I realized how much my stories help and impact others. And then I started to see all the different possibilities and different things I could do with it, where it could be a benefit to a society instead of a hindrance to a society.
I love that. I love the way you explain that, and everybody has a story, right? And you are motivating not only yourself, because I tell people all the time, you can't go do this type of industry, motivating and life coaching and being in front of these kids if you ain't authentically yourself, right? You're not doing it. You can't go pour into anybody's cup if you don't pour into yourself. Can you tell us about how do you pour into Destinee Brown?
The way I pour into myself is by using my gifts. I have my free time. Helping others is really what allows me to express myself. Um, with my type of personality that I have, I know what to give and I know what to hold back for myself. But usually it's just helping people. That's a fulfillment for me. That's what I take joy in doing. And that helps pour into me because I feel like when I don't do it, I'm useless. Like
Mm.
I'm not doing nothing positive or constructive because I never wanted to see myself as just I. I was saying this the other day and I was like, I never really like to say I because to me, I is always illness. But when we replace I with we, that equals wellness. When when we do something together, we do it together as whole for the community.
I love that. I love the fact that you always add, you take care of yourself first, but then you add we, and that's what it takes, right? Collaborators are going to collaborate at the top. There's no judgment. There's no comparison. There's no competition. It's friendly competition, but at the end of the day, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And I see you doing a lot of things for your community. And one of my questions is, I wanted to know how you was inspired just to get into that type of community with the children. And you have a tour. We're going to talk about that. But how did you get inspired to do that? I know your mom and everything like that. But what keeps you inspired then?
Well, what keeps me inspired is I'm a dreamer. So when it comes, I know I keep saying it. When I have certain dreams, my vision, I could see what happens in the long run in regards to certain situations and outcomes when it comes to politics and when it comes to the state of our economy. So I think about what would be set in place, what would happen if such and such happened, what would need to happen to be able to make sure that people are protected, people are safe. So I wanted to always do a give back because I know that's the first start. But eventually, with us doing these give backs, we're going to be able to create centers within each city that we speak in.
I love that. I love the fact that you're traveling, you're doing a tour, you're doing these speakers like that. I know that you have a lot of great speakers on your roster right now. And how are you doing with that selection? How are you picking all these great speakers? What are you doing to do that?
I by heart,
By
it's
heart?
always by heart.
Okay.
Um, the Bible always say he used the foolish things of this world to
Right.
confound the wise. And usually you'll be able to test the individual by who you are when you first come to appear to them. People don't always know what you have. They don't know what you're able to give them. They don't know what you're able to offer them. Sometimes with me approaching people, they ignore me. They don't say anything to me. But I know if somebody takes the time to actually get to know me, learn me, speak with me, they could see how much of a benefit I could be towards them and how my goal is to elevate them. So I choose people by their heart, their willingness to work, and their willingness to collaborate together. It's not always about money. Money will come as long as we're doing the right things. But at first, do you have character? Do you have integrity? Can I trust you? To be able to lay certain foundations for what's coming for the future.
I love that. I love the fact that you explained it the way you did, and it sounds like, and I know it, and I feel it, that you have a lot of passion, and a lot of the creators are just like us. We get isolated to a point to where some people don't even understand us. Like, people think because I'm the hood motivator that I'm just bubbly and I'm always outside popping up. I'm not. I deal with a lot of things. I deal with real life situations: depression, anxiety, PTSD. My nephew battling 80 years in prison. My mother passing away. All these veterans I know that died when I was in the war. All these things I do. But when I put on this hood motivator suit, God allows me to go motivate the people that's unmotivated, right? And that's just the first step. Motivation ain't everything, but it's just the first step to get there. And I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, doing your research on me and looking me up and adding me and into your algorithm or your life, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about the algorithm of computers and social media and AI. What about your algorithm of your life, your calibration of your life, your reset? This is a year of reset. Can you tell me how you're resetting this year?
This year is about taking action for me. That's my reset. I did a lot of planning in the background. I did a lot of studying in the background, but mostly this is the year for action and implementation. That's my reset. Going through the year cycle, you know how we study astrology when it comes into certain transits, there's a period where you must move, you must push forward, or you will miss your train, or you will miss your boat. You can't just say I'm gonna stay stuck in this one situation, but yet not get up and move to actually do what's on your heart and what you're called to do. So the everything about this year is moving forward in action, not being afraid to open my mouth and speak to individuals, being firm in what I stand for when it comes to what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and pressing forward. So that's my main thing. Is my reset is just moving forward.
I love the fact that's how you explain your reset. And I tell people all the time, the reset is this year, the harvest is this year. Everything you've been planning for years and years. I told people all the time when I first started to speak, I spoke for free for 4 years, and a lot of that was just to heal me and get me out of my depression and speak life into me. But God was like, "You ready to put it on social media? You went a long way with other stuff. Now it's time to go this way." And when I started to put it on social media and gain traction, I started to save other people like that. So when I healed myself, I was able to heal people around me, and that's how I became the top 50 of motivational speakers in the world. It's my birthright. My father is a
Yeah.
minister. Both my grandfathers are ministers. I was running away from it. I didn't want to be no speaker or no minister. I didn't really have too much to say after my mother died. But God was like, "That's what I gave you. Everybody has a gift." Can you tell me how you activated your gift?
Oh, how I activated my gift?
Yeah, because this is
That's a
definitely a
good.
gift. Yeah,
That's a good question. Well, we have multiple gifts.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
When you use one, you go into a plethora of them. So, say for instance, when it comes to my gift of writing, writing came from me expressing myself, my dreams, and different things from what I see. But my gift itself is dreams, interpretation, different things like that. All my books are based on my dreams. When I tell stories, I tell my dreams as parables. So my gift was always activated. I would
Mm,
say it was never dormant. The thing was me actually showing my gift and bringing it to the forefront. Um, because you know the story of the gifts, right? Everybody know that story. There are those who use their gifts and they multiplied into many gifts, but then there are those who hide their gifts because of fear, and they stay stagnant and it doesn't grow. So once we start using one gift, many started to multiply and it started going into different avenues, different ways. Now we create websites, now we create music videos, now we create toys, now we speak, now we're planning events, different things like that. So once you start doing, everything else start adding to you, and then the right people start showing up in your life who believe and trust in you. So yeah.
I love that, man. And that's one of my speeches. It's called "Activate Your Gift." I remember when I was little, um, everybody they used to go around and ask you what you want to be when you grow up. And now I speak to kids around the world, from elementary all the way into college, and I ask them, "How can I activate your gift?" And that means that a lot of the kids right now are following the trends of what social media has to follow, and it's a lot of followers. There's no leaders. God gave everybody a gift. Period. God gave people multiple gifts, just like you said. You just got to open it. But right now in society, we watching everybody else open their gift and trying to go get the gift that somebody else bought them, that God gave them. That ain't your gift. Speaking ain't your gift. Coaching ain't your gift. Get out the way. God has something special for everybody. And I'm not saying that, hey, certain people shouldn't be coaching and teaching, but if you're not living your life accordingly, mind, body, and soul, you're poisoning the well. And that's what I'm about.
That's so
I'm a,
true.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm a realist. You can feel my
Yeah.
passion. Like, I'm not gonna get up on this stage and tell somebody to do something that I ain't never done. It's a lot of people out here telling people, "Hey, giving me suggestions on Lamborghinis and Mercedes, but you ain't never owned one. So how do you have opinion about something you never drove?" Right? And that's what's wrong with society right now. Everybody has opinion. We in the military we used to call them barracks lawyers. They knew everything about everything, but didn't know nothing about what they had going on. So at the end of the day, I commend you for being an advocate for the children and being in the front line for them, because we need that. The kids need that. And I think, no, I know when I go speak motivation to these kids in elementary school, and from grades, from first grade to fifth grade to all the way up to high school, that's where we got to attack at that level. Give them
Right.
words of affirmation. Give them. I got a motivational creed that I give them. I say, hang it on your mirror, hang it on your refrigerator, put it in your phone, say it every day. I wake up and I do affirmations. I wake up and I do prayers. I'm the number one motivational speaker in the world. I'm wealthy. I'm healthy. I'm grateful. I say that all the time. I go ground myself. I hug on trees. I do everything. I do the. People talk about hashtag mental health and hashtag all. Do you do the work? And you are definitely
Right.
doing the work, and I appreciate you. Can you tell me, you know what I'm saying, about just a tour you had last year out of school? How was that experience?
Right. So this year is actually our first year touring.
Okay, okay,
This is our first year touring.
okay,
And
okay,
it's been a challenge. I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be transparent
okay. Let's be
when it
transparent.
comes to making connections and relationships with people, because a lot of people do judge you based on what you do and what you have. When you're new coming into the industry, no one shows you any type of honor or respect, even though you have experience in other things and you went through the levels of consecration and the trials of life, and you're able to interpret things in a way, and have a different outlook, where when you can see behind the wall and come up with a solution. Most people don't respect that,
Mm,
because everyone is always used to doing the same thing the same way. I'm gonna tell you a story, and I'm gonna tell you a dream I had. One time, it was this dream, and there were people, they were building their house, right? They were building their houses. But while they were building their houses, there was a field. But they didn't know while they were building their houses, they were building their houses in a riverbed. And I said to them, hey guys, wait, wait. Can you see? You're building your houses in a riverbed. But they were so used to building. They were so used to doing what they're doing. They never took the time to notice that a flood was coming. So I kept telling them, you guys are building your house in a riverbed. And all of a sudden, the waters from the ground begin to rise up. And all the hard work that they put in, it washed away. So I believe people should be respected on all levels, because at the end of the day, we all need each other. And that's the base of this tour. No one is put above anyone. No one is put above less than anyone. And everyone works together as a collective unit, because we have real problems and real issues that we need to solve in society. The adults need to be trained. So that's why we're doing the speaking events, bringing in powerful speakers that will be able to transfer the minds of the adults. And then we're also giving items to kids to be able to sustain them. Because when I was younger, I was raised by a single mother. Even though she could make it just enough, I still didn't have. I still had to wear one pair of shoes for the whole year.
mm,
So my heart and my passion has always been to give back. Because just because somebody looks like they're doing fine, they're not doing fine.
right. I love that. I love the fact that you explained it like that, because that's where the struggle comes from, and that's where the glow. You know what I'm saying? That's where we understand, and a lot of us. I'm glad you touched on coming into the speaker industry, because when I came in, I was newly retired from the military, and I had an entrepreneurship. I had a security company, and I was doing really good, but I went bankrupt after COVID. And God was like, "You ready to listen to me?" And when I jumped into the speaking industry, I forgot it was my birthright. And a lot of people don't understand what your birthright is. Like, God gave that to you, it's a gift. And I started to use my voice, and I spoke. I started speaking professionally June 2022. In 2025 January, I woke up that I was top 50 motivational speakers in the world, top 50, and number 44. And I spoke for free, and I was aggressive with it because nobody wouldn't give me the time of day. So I came up with my
Right.
own brand. I came up with my own rhetoric. I went to go get my master's after I failed in business. I went to obtain my doctorate, got my project management certification, started adding value, start putting out more content, more than everybody else, ET, Icky, all of them. But I look up to them. Zig
Right.
Ziglar, I look up to all of them guys. But
Right.
this is a new generation. This is a new version. I'm him. This is me. I'm gonna walk in there with my J's, with my hat on, my Long Beach hat on. I'm gonna let you know what time it is. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? I know how to understand, know how to pronounce. I know my rhetoric is good. I know how to understand the crowd. I know how to get it going. I know how to relate to all type of genres. You know what I'm saying? People ask me like, "What's your niche, JR?" And I was like, I go from kids to veterans to women to collegiate
Right.
to athletes to celebrities, whatever. Everybody needs to get this message right here. Everybody needs to know how to understand. And one of my messages is called "Get in front of your ugly." And that's just letting people understand and let people know that, hey, if you got something going on in your life, be the first one to tell somebody about it. They don't have to Google you. That is your strength. That's your superpower. Every superhero I know been through trials and tribulations. So that's why I got a message called "Get in front of your ugly." So can
I
you tell
like it.
me about a time when you had to get in front of your ugly, and how did you get through it, and how did it ignite you to continue to keep going?
Oh my Lord, I have so many ugly moments. We could write a whole book on it.
Let's do it.
But
Let's
I
do
think I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I think I did. I got a couple of self-help books.
Mm.
Um, but my ugliest moment was me overcoming drug addiction and facing that head on. After my mom passed away in 2016, I kind of went down through a spiral. With me going through that spiral, I was upset. I was mad at God. I didn't understand why I I had to lose her at such a, to me that's a young age, to not have somebody there when they're always there for you. So I had to actually take the time. I had to heal my wounds. I had to stop wanting to escape reality, and I had to face it head on. A lot of times when it comes to reality, we run from it, and then that's what allows people to get in that always that escape is where they always want to be high or be on something because they don't want to face the fears, or they don't want to face the truth. So me getting from in front of my ugly was me facing the truth and the reality of life. Is that, hey, I'm here, and if I'm going to be here, I might as well do something and make a difference.
I love that you said that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of, a lot of people don't talk about the bad days of entrepreneurship, the bad days of how it changed you, how you have to pivot. We don't get taught how to pivot. You know what I'm saying? We know about it, but we don't get taught like what happens when you're doing something that you love, but God called you to do something else, so you have to pivot. And that's what I had to do too. I love doing being a bodyguard, but God was like, that's not what I want you to do. You got out the military. I don't want you to use your tactics like that. I need you to be a warrior on the stage. I need you to use your voice. I need you to project. And that's definitely what you're doing. And I am proud to have met you through via Mo. Shout out to Mo Nelson for
Yeah, Mo.
let's talk about Mo. Go ahead. I know you.
Yeah, I love Mo. Let me tell you, Mo. Mo is like my brother. With Mo, Mo was actually on TikTok live,
Yeah.
and I said, "Can you be a speaker for me?" I had typed it in the chat. Can you be a speaker for me? And he was like, "What you talking about?" He was like, "Hold up, I'm gonna bring you up. Explain it to me." And then I went and I explained it to him, everything that's involved in it, where it would be a 1 day conference and then the next day would be a give back. He was like, you know what? Yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm with you. And ever since then, he just been with me, and he been holding it down.
Mo.
Um, so he was like, you know what? We gonna be the first people to show them that you could meet a complete stranger and you could be honest and real with them, and y'all could work together and it work out like that. And I
Mo,
was like, you know what? We definitely can because, man, let me tell you, we just out here trying to make it. We just out here trying to make it. And
definitely.
I had brought him on so he could join the team, and he's now also a co-founder in the movement as well.
Look at
When
that.
it comes to our first year putting on this, I call it our historic tour,
Yeah.
since it's the first year.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful, and it's such an honor to meet him and then meet you through him. And it just came from me popping up on his TikTok live and
Yeah.
just opening my mouth and speaking and asking, not being scared. Look, look.
Look at it. Look at what it
And
got
that's
you
how.
though. Look at where it got you though. Mo is a, if you guys don't know, I am Mo's mentor. But shout out to Mo. Um, we do the same thing, podcasting, speaking, and I was able to help him, with the podcast, put his vision together, and tell him to get off the porch. But every time that dude get a chance, he gives me my flowers. And it's
Yeah,
rare in the industry that we share because, you know, a lot of things you don't do alone. I do a lot of things alone, but I give a lot of guidance out. And if someone gives me something and I'm succeeding in it, I'm gonna let people know. I'm not gonna say, "Hey, you know what? I did this alone. I'm the founder. I'm the creator." And I've been through that
yeah.
with people. I gave people podcasts and certain things and the ability to be in certain rooms. And when they got there and they let the bright lights blind them, you know, um, there
You're
was
not like
failure to
that.
mention the people that helped put them in that room. And I'm not looking for you to big me up all the time. Just understand you don't have to give me my flowers while I'm dead. I don't need them. I can't even hear you. Give them now because I worked hard and my reputation precedes me. So if I mention you and say something that, hey, you know what, I got somebody that knows somebody and I can put you in this situation, when you get to you going, I'm not asking you to give me money. Just say, hey, you know what? Hey, the Hood Motivator, Dr. McIntyre. And I will give a shout out to Mo. Mo is the reason why we on this podcast together. So shout out to Mo. Thank you for
Yeah.
connecting us. And I called you this morning by the Spirit of God. God was like, call her. And we talked about what you had planned for me. And you already had like we worked, I don't know what month you born. I was born in July, but you already had a website for me and everything. I'm like, I can't turn this down. Let me look at it real quick. Let me stop being so busy. And Mo was like, hey, JR, Destiny is a sweet girl. Give her a chance. Talk because he know how I am. He know that I'm very
Yeah.
business standoff now because I've been
I
hurt.
know.
I've been backstabbed. It's a lot of things I've been through. But when you picked up the phone and I
Mercy.
heard your voice and just the energy and the synergy and the sweetness of it, God was like, give her a chance. Do it. You got a lot going
Mercy
on,
to
but let
him.
you didn't you ask to be on more tours? I got a lot going on. I do. But I said, you know
Yeah.
what? The kid industry, I go do these high schools and elementaries by myself. Why not do it with you? So I appreciate you and thank you for just adding me, man. Can we talk about that experience we had this morning?
Yeah. So I was stoked this morning because I like to be at night. That's when I work. So probably by like 4 or 6 in the morning, I start sending out messages what I did for everybody. And I was so shocked that you called me because yesterday I was talking to Mo because I believe when somebody in a certain level they don't want to hear from nobody. Look. And I was like, Mo, well, I don't know if he really gonna be a part of it because me, I'm booking speakers. Mo, you need to tell me if he gonna be a part of it. Not, I could find another speaker that I could talk to, Mo. And he was like, hold on, no, he for real, he for real, he for real. And he was like, you sure? He was like, I got you, Destiny, I got you. Cause Mo be busy too. And I'd be like, all right now, because I like communication. So when you called me, I was like, look at God. You called me, and I was just stoked that the honor. I didn't even know that you were offering me to even come up here today. So I was like, Lord Jesus, let me comb my hair. Let me comb my hair, Lord. And it's just an honor because I really want you to be a part of the tour because I want people to be able to use their voice to be able to help fund the tour itself because we're not asking anybody to pay for it. We're not asking anybody to invest to be a part of it. Just help us raise the money. But we're not asking you to pay to speak because I've seen so many incidences where people pay to speak all the time. And we were trying to break that habit of that. and catapult people in a different way, in a different light, to show the heart of an individual. So to me, you reaching out to me and like saying, hold on, it showed me your true heart. Like, okay, he really is really good. He not really just doing this to do this. He really does take the time to learn someone, know someone before casting off judgment. And that's what everybody would want or expect from an individual. So today showed me your heart and who you really was, and I'm like, okay, now he cool, he cool, he cool, he cool, he could talk. Look, look.
Definitely. I mean, I'm very skeptical of a lot of things, and you hit on the nail. Let's talk about this in the speaking industry. Um, let me see how you say this. People want you to pay to go deliver your message without any substance, right? I put you on my stage, and I want you to pay me to put you on my stage. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to make money. But at the end of the day, if you have all these powerful speakers and you have the outlet that you need, you're gonna get paid anyway. While these people coming up and bringing their own crowds and stuff like that and collaborating together. I get it. I have a website and I got speakers on mine and they come on my. I give it. So what I do is I put them on my website. I put them on my podcast, and if I am doing a keynote speech and it's my tour, I'm inviting them to come speak. So I'm giving back to them. I'm not just saying come speak on one stage. No, I'm giving them all these outlets. We're gonna do a podcast virtually. We'll sit down and do one physically. I'll put you on some stages. We'll do all these things. When you told me this morning that there was not a price for that, but it was just a price for the promo. All that I said, you know what, I can do that because I'm tired of people approaching me and saying, I take you to Dubai, I take you to Africa, I take you here, but it's $2,500 or it's $5,000 or it's this, and it's like if you have all this set up, you should be paying me to come speak, especially all the work I done put in. Now, you know what I'm saying? At
Oh,
the end of the day, like I spoke for free for years. I'm not there no more. I'm not. I'm in a point to where everywhere I go now, I'm bringing my value because I've done the work. It's over 10,000 hours. I've perfected my craft, probably over 100,000 hours that I spent in the basement doing this, speaking, reading, getting my education, my value, podcasting, over hundreds of episodes to get to where I'm at now, signed by Los Angeles Tribune, doing commercials, doing
that's
sponsorships, doing all
amazing.
these things. God has blessed me. And now when I got up this morning, I got up early and I started looking at the messages and I prayed on it and God was like, call you. So I called you. You
Praise
gave
God.
me explanation of a. You broke it down. All I want to hear is I just want to be taken care of. I don't want to be. I'm tired of being used. It's ways I need to be used, but I don't want to be used in that way no more because I know that I create traction. And as soon as you explained it to me, God was like, "Now give her something." I don't do podcasts on Saturday. God was like, "Put her on a
What?
podcast." And the devil tried to stop him because when we were supposed to get on, my computer crashed. But God was like, "Hey, you know
What?
what? This boy working hard. You know what I'm saying?" And sometimes I work a lot to master things I go through, like depression, PTSD, because that is my outlet to stay busy. If I don't stay busy, I start sinking, I start drowning. So I appreciate you for even taking the time on this Saturday morning, going live with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, and saying, "Hey, JR, I got something special for you." And then I say, you know what? Let me do something. Let me go out the norm and do something special for you so you can use this material, which is going to be on YouTube today. And then in announce on Spotify and Apple as it go, I will drop it to you. But you can take the link, you can make your shorts, you can go crazy with it because now this is material for you to use to talk about what you got going on. So now that we got that out the way, let's talk about the tour for kids. Let's talk about everything that you got planned for the speakers, for the city. Talk about it. You got about I would say you got about 5 minutes to let all that out.
Okay, okay, cause this is my passion. This, this,
Got the
this the
stage now.
real, this the real talk right here.
Here you go. You got the stage
Uh,
now.
So when it comes to the tour, we wanted to be able to create a win-win situation for everyone, where everyone gains something of value for being able to participate within the tour itself. With the tour being set up, it's set up as a 2-day event. The first day of the tour is set up for the adults, the parents, the leaders, the coaches, financial, different people who work in different industries who would want to be able around speakers to be able to glean, learn, and get their soul fed. The second day is set up to be able to give back to the kids, where we're giving them shoes, clothes, hygiene products, books, giving them a time to be able to play, have fun, different things like that. But the unique way that we're doing it is that we're not charging individual speakers for being able to speak or be a part of the event. We're not even charging the vendors to be able to speak, to advertise their business or being a part of the event. We're doing an even exchange. If you come and join the tour and you speak, or you say, "Hey, I want to have a venue, a vendor table at your event," the only thing that you have to do is promote and sell the packages that are associated with the tour. With the tour itself, the packages are broken down into four different levels that allows us to do marketing and advertising for individuals. So we'll do media articles. We would have them cross promoted throughout the entire tour because we're going to be going to 8 different cities. So our first city is Tampa. Our second city is Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The third city we're going to is Carson, California. Then we're going to Orange County, California. We're going to swing back and come back to West Palm Beach. Then we're going to go to Huntsville, Alabama. After Huntsville, Alabama, we're going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All these tour stops, people that we're meeting in person, all these different parents, all these different organizations, which are guaranteed seats. So we're not just putting out a link saying, "Hey, come register and be at our event and come." No, these are actually guaranteed people who would be coming to make sure that their child has something to leave with. So it's not just a general tour where we just set up the link. So it's a very strategic way in marketing, because we wanted to make sure that we're helping people on all levels in all areas. Now, with speakers being a part of the tour, having the ability to speak, what we're going to do, we're going to offer high quality footage and value to where your talks are recorded. You're able to get photography done, headshot photos, different things, all these things that we need in the industry to be able to pitch yourself to someone else. We help create that media kit for you, as well as a story showing the heart of who you are as an individual to want to work together collectively as a unit. The goal in the plan is to have 158 people involved within this tour, working together side by side to be able to fund it. Um, but that's pretty much it. And we're not asking anybody for any money. You just have to want to work with somebody and do something different that's never been done before. And it's going to be great. So we're going to be touring, we're going to be traveling, and we're running our campaign from now until June. And everyone's welcome to come. To come to the events is going to be free. To register your kids is going to be free. We just have to know you're coming. That's it. And we're going to have something of value for you. Oh, and the cool part about it, I forgot the best part. Those who participate within the tour itself are rewarded for the actual work that they put in. So many different times we go to events and we're paying for awards, to get acknowledgement and to get recognition. But this event is going to be different because you're actually getting rewarded for all the work that you put in into the community. So you're going to be highlighted. And then you're gonna feel different about it because you really put in the effort. You went and toured with us for 4 months. You helped us make these backpacks. You spoke in front of the kids. You gave the adults valuable information that would help them change their perspective in life. So it's that much more rewarding. So I just like that because it's like, instead of always having speakers, what we didn't want is speakers who speak to get paid all the time. Because we want you to be able to speak to the mind and the heart and the soul of an individual to create change. Because if speakers always speak to get paid, they are no different than a pastor who has a mega church. So I was like, that was the main thing. But we just want to see your heart. We want to work together. We want to raise together. We want everybody to eat. We don't want nobody to be left out. We want everybody to be promoted. And I feel if we have enough traction, enough push behind the tour, everyone would come and be uplifted together as one unit, and no man's left behind. Then everybody can branch out and do their other things, but they know one time out the year we all came together to make a difference. So that's why we call it the Together We Create for Kids. And I have some amazing co-founders. Every children's book author that participate within this year is a co-founder because they said yes to me. I had so many children's book authors that started with me, but they didn't stay. It is a lot of workload that we're taking on, not to get paid up front, not to get any money up front, creating what we're creating so people can see our talents and our gifts and and the heart behind what we're trying to do. So I'm just extremely grateful that you have us on here. I want to give the co-founders, I want to give them their shout outs.
Go ahead,
Uh,
give them a shout out. Go ahead.
yeah, Mo Nelson, of course.
Yes.
Amber Miller, Dr. Dawn. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Amber Miller's amazing. Dr. Dawn's amazing. We have some more co-founders that we're gonna announce sooner and later because we have some a couple cities added. We got Dr. Tish, Shearer. I got a little stutter, but and then we got Dr. Oh my gosh, right? I just and it was so funny. I just met her. I just met her like 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago. And she's just on board and she's like, Destiny, I'm gonna help you. And she's so experienced. Dr. Lanice Range, and she's from Milwaukee. So she's also gonna be a co-founder this year. And it's the thought that everyone's saying yes, that they're going to put in the work and the effort. She's already looking for venues. Like she's ready.
Here we go.
She's ready in Milwaukee.
Yes.
So we're going to start. We're booked for Tampa. So we're
Okay.
booked out for Tampa.
Okay.
We're
So,
booked out for North Carolina.
okay.
We're almost booked out for West Palm. I have one more spot left, but I think that's about to be gone.
Okay.
California, we have two more spots in California. Orange County, I haven't started booking yet for Orange County, but I'm gonna open Orange County booking up when I open up Milwaukee's booking, because I've been doing it in a tiered layer because the speakers that's involved, I really want to take the time to get to know and to make sure that this is the right fit for them, because I don't want to make any false promises. I want to be completely transparent about everything that's involved and how we're making it happen since from beginning to end.
Definitely.
But the cool part about it is that we get to give out books, we get to give out shoes, clothes. So we're gonna be doing a documentary. We're gonna be traveling, and we're gonna be shopping each city. We're gonna be shopping together, shopping for each kid. So we want to make sure that each of the kids are registered, and for the parents to be able to receive the items, they have to make sure that they come to the conference itself.
Okay.
So that's the key. And they
Tell us
get
about your website
information.
too.
Oh, the website is Together We Create for Kids .square.site, and you'll be able to learn more about the tour. We have four tier level packages available, where there's one for $100, one for $250, one for five, one for 1,000. Now the one for 1,000 includes a vacation to West Palm Beach and a gala. The only thing you'll have to pay for is your flight, but you'll actually be able to be a part of the tour ceremony at the gala and see all the speakers, all the authors get their honors for the work that they did throughout the entire tour itself. And we want people to be involved. We want at least to have between 500 to 600 people there. And then we also promote your business as well, because you purchased a package and you sold into the tour. So everyone gets something out of it and no one left behind.
I love that. I love the fact that you explain it like that. And motivators, you know how well you know what time it is. Motivators, this motivators mount up. Thank you for just coming on this morning, Destiny Brown, and explaining everything that you got going on in your life, how you was as an inner child, how you are now, how you are impacting our children. That is so important. Our kids right now, they are the future. Make no mistake. We were too, but they are the future now. And I love how you are pouring back into our youth. I have 3 kids. And I love the fact that you are the message that you bring. And I want to tell you this: since you sitting down at the motivators table, I believe in you. I trust you. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Keep pushing on. This is where you come and get your fuel. Don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't have no doubt. Thank you for accepting my phone call this morning. Thank you for allowing me to be on your tour. If you allow me to, I have some more Avengers that I would send your way to try to help you push this tour. Also, I speak in June at the Steve Harvey camp for boys, but they have one for girls and boys. Let me see if I can link you with them because that'll be a good project for you and them to work together, which is 501c. You come give them things, but you get a chance to meet all these girls that don't have dads or mom and all these men, boys that don't have dads in June. So let me figure this
That
out. Let me
would
point
be
you in the
a
right direction.
blessing.
I spoke there last year. I'm speaking there this year again. Shout out to Steve Harvey for the work he's doing in the community with
Yeah.
our young women, him and his wife, Marjorie, the young women and the young men. I spoke last year for about 200 boys, fatherless boys. And the mothers, man, they just need so much help with these young teen men. And, I'm tapped in with the community now, and let me see what I can do. And if Steve Harvey or Miss Marjorie or people that work for the Harvey Foundation, if y'all hear this, y'all know who this Hood Motivator is. Look up
Mhm.
Miss Destiny Brown. I'm going to shoot your information today to the people today. I got your back. Thank you for coming on and
Thank
listen to me real
you.
quick. I have something to tell you. So I always leave my show like this.
Okay.
Um, there's 2 animals that recognizes when a storm is coming. You know what I'm saying? There's probably more out there, but there's 2 that's distinctive: the cow and the bull. And when trials and tribulations come in our life, hindrance, haters, all the things that come with negativity, the cow runs from that storm and carries that storm to generation after generation after generation, and always have something to complain about. That bull turns around and looks that storm in the eye, goes in the middle of the eye, and goes on the other side of that storm and have a story to make it out. Which one are you going to be? The eye, the bull, or you're going to be the cow? Which one? And that's the question today. Ask yourself that. And I see you being a bull because you're taking a bull by its horns. You're running through that storm, and you're creating a path for you. Let me tell you right now, Destiny Brown, there's a lane for you right now in motivational speaking, life coaching. There's a lane for you, and even just helping other speakers get there. You don't even have to facilitate it. You just got to be able to create it so we can have somewhere where we can create it. And I
Yes.
appreciate you for giving me a home. Thank you for the website that you gave me this morning. I already promoted, and you're special. Know that you're special. You don't have to go in a room and look for everybody to talk to you. I'm talking to you, and I'm like that too. When I'm not speaking, I'm an introvert. I don't want to talk to nobody because I don't really have too much to say because at the end of the day, I'm very observant and I'm very weird. Embrace your weird, Destiny. Embrace it. That's our superpower, being super weird, and I love it. And I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in this morning. Go do something special today because you're already doing it. And let's figure out. I already added the dates to my calendar, so you got the Hub Motivator
Let's
with you. It's already
go.
going to be promoted on my website too. And I appreciate you. Thank you. And guess what, motivators? That's it right there. That's how we end our show right there. Motivators mount up. That's how we be able to connect the dots with all the motivational speakers, life coaches, whoever wants to get motivated. You come to the motivators table. And that's the question. Where do the motivators go get motivated? They come here to the Hub Motivator presents the motivator table. I thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, new followers. Thank you, old followers. Thank you for everybody just tapping in. Thank you, Miss Desi, again. Go ahead and
Thank
show this
you.
content, and I appreciate you and I love you.